loose ball, and it's gonna go. Maddie buries it in the net to tie it. It's good! Our final regular season broadcast of the fall takes us back to Durfee as field hockey welcomes Dartmouth High for the rematch. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massu, down on field level here at Mac Aldridge Field. Great to be with you. Great to be back after a week off. I just spent the week in Rome. What a great trip. We'll talk more about those experiences during the broadcast, but some business to tend to right here on this field. Field hockey has had a fantastic 2024. We've seen some milestones throughout this season. The team is now Big Three champs after their win against New Bedford. They swept the conference here this fall. Talking about milestones, Casey Curran is now the all-time goal scorer for Durfee field hockey, and she has, since we were last on, tied the regular season record of 36 goals. When they last played Dartmouth, she had 4 goals in that game. She needs 1 to stand alone as the regular season, single season scoring record. So we're watching for number 10 tonight. For head coach Nicole Henrique, this team has had some tremendous seasons under her leadership as the head coach, but they've never surpassed 12 wins, despite how great some of the teams we've seen have been. This year, 13 wins. We're looking for number 14 today. It's been a tremendous fall. We've seen some great moments from all of our teams here in the fall season, but from field hockey especially, this team is on a mission to win some playoff games and make a splash in the D1 tournament. Brackets are coming out next week. We'll see where they stand. Power rankings came out yesterday. We'll update you on that as well. Lots to talk about today. We hope to stay with us. The senior night ceremony right after the break, live.
St. Anne's Shrine is an anchor building to Fall River.
Many worshipers have claimed that this landmark is the site of miraculous healings.
Construction began in 1891. The Romanesque revival style is unprecedented, and the 160-foot steeples are visible from all directions. The congregation was established generations ago when builders mined world-renowned Fall River granite located at the base and utilized Vermont blue marble for the upper exterior walls.
"40 years ago, the shrine was added to the National Register of Historic Places. Despite some disrepair, this is a working building, open for prayer and reflection. In addition, a Christian lay organization distributes food from here on Saturdays.
Amazingly, 3 priests are entombed below. Volunteers with St. Anne's Shrine Preservation Society expect this house of worship will again welcome pilgrims from near and far, as well as historians, architects, and school children.
11 years ago, voters approved a 1.5% property surcharge to fund the Community Preservation Act. Over $150,000 was awarded for repairs on the southern side of the building. Craftsmen are entrusted to restore the slate roof tiles, copper gutters, and downspouts. Phase 2 entails duplicate copper and slate work, as well as repointing of mortar joints. These efforts will permit the upper church to reopen for the public.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, fans, to Mac Aldridge Field. Evan Massoud with you as we're just about ready to begin our live senior night pregame ceremony. We're going to hand it over to our athletic director, Brad Buston, for a word about this year's graduating class.
Hello and welcome to BMC Durfee High School and Mac Aldridge Field for this field hockey event between the Dartmouth Indians and your Durfee Hilltoppers. We are pleased to welcome you to Durfee High School. Participating student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be identified with these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior of those around you. If you require assistance, please call upon a Durfee staff member or a school security officer. Tonight, we are celebrating our senior field hockey athletes. We would like to take a quick moment to recognize all our amazing seniors with a few sentences. Our first senior came to us as a junior. She came eager to learn, work hard, and be a part of the team. She quickly impressed us with her ability to jump in and give us her best. She has been a joy to coach and watch grow over the last few years, and we will miss her next year. Accompanied by her coaches, number 21, Anne Schwangwa. Our next senior came to us in the off season of her junior year. She decided to try something new, and we got lucky to be the sport she chose. She is a natural athlete with a fun personality that makes it easy to coach her. She constantly wants to improve, and we know she'll be doing big things next year. Accompanied by her mom, number 19, Jasmine DeSoto. This senior is a 2-year player. He came to us as a junior just looking to try something new and fun. He has worked very hard to become a starter this season, and we know he never gives us less than his best. We are proud of how hard he pushes himself and how he works through adversity. We will definitely miss his personality on the team next season. Accompanied by his mom, dad, and sister, number 18, Anthony Sweat. This senior is a 3-year player who juggles more clubs, sports, and jobs than anyone we know. We admire her for sticking with us, even with all of her other responsibilities. Even though I give her a tough time for always laughing, her laughing and joyful personality is something we will miss. We have loved watching her grow and know that her determined personality will take her wherever she wants to go in life. Accompanied by her mom, dad, and sisters, number 4, Bruna Lobo. This senior transferred to us mid-season last year as a junior. This was one of the best things to happen to us as a team. She came in and fit into this program like a missing puzzle piece. She has made an immediate impact on this program and will be remembered as such. She never quits, never lets the game get in her head, and has shown true leadership. She is an amazing teammate and captain. Bentley doesn't know how lucky they are. We will truly miss her next season. Accompanied by her parents, Nana, Papa, brother, sister, and best friend, number 25, Lily Cook. This senior is one of the 3 we've had since 8th grade. She has always been one of the hardest workers. She never lets anyone outwork her, and we love that about her. We know we can count on her to give us 100%. She is an absolute workhorse and has been such an important part of our program. We awarded her a captain as a junior because of the effort she clearly shows every game and practice. We will miss her grit in the backfield next season, accompanied by her parents, brothers, and grandparents. Number 5, Peyton Botello. This senior captain is the second of the 3 8th graders we've had for 5 years. I knew from the second I saw her play in middle school that I could not wait to have her on our team. I watched her grow there and then watched her excel throughout the years she spent with us. She has given this program all she has for the years she has been here. She is a force on the field with a commanding and strong presence that cannot be denied. She has led the team as a captain for the last 2 years, and we will miss her leadership and ability to control the game next season. We cannot wait to see what you accomplish at Stonehill. Accompanied by her mom, dad, and sister, number 14, Elia Delisle. And our last but certainly not least senior is the 3rd player we've had since the 8th grade. She has been an important part of this program since the day she came here and has worked so hard to get where she is. She has matured, grown, and became one of the best players in the area through hard work. She broke the school's record for most goals in her career this season, and this comes with no surprise. She set her eyes on this goal and crushed it. She was another player, 2-year captain, who has helped lead this team for the last 2 years, and she will be undeniably missed next season. Accompanied by her parents, number 10, Casey Curran. We'd also like to take this time to acknowledge and congratulate the one senior from Dartmouth High School, Abigail Zareve. Congratulations. All of you have made a lasting impact no matter the length that you have been with us. We feel thankful and lucky to have had you all. Please remember this is always your home, and we will always be here for you when needed. Best of luck, and we love you. Thank you. Good luck to everybody tonight.
All right, fans, that'll conclude the pregame ceremony here for the field hockey senior night. We will take a 60-second timeout and see you on the other side for the start of this one. Stay with us.
Hi, my name is Stephanie MacArthur, Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As another school year begins, we as the city just want to remind everyone of some of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are designed for your safety. Please make sure to use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic before crossing the street. Drivers, use caution when entering a school zone. State law mandates a strict 20-mile-per-hour speed limit in all school zones. Parking within a crosswalk is strictly prohibited. By showing respect and patience, we can ensure that everyone arrives at their destination safely and on time. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions and/or concerns, please feel free to contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
You wouldn't be on your phone here. You shouldn't use it here.
Go, 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 go. Where are they? Where are they? Get off your phone! We lost again because of you.
You wouldn't be on your phone here. You shouldn't use it here. You wouldn't be on your phone here. You shouldn't use it here. Don't let your intelligence be artificial.
Get your info from a real person and not a news feed. Show up, FRPS, and lock it away for new beginnings.
We welcome you back, everybody, to Durfee High School's Mac Aldridge Field. The Durfee field hockey squad making their way off now to the sidelines as we get ready for game time here. This is a rematch from earlier in the season from just about a month ago. Durfee traveled to Dartmouth on Wednesday, September the 25th, and they won in Dartmouth for the first time in years. So that was a big win for them. One that, you know, doesn't count for conference this year, obviously, with the Big Three returning. However, still one that mattered a lot to the Durfee team because they've had some really ugly losses in Dartmouth over the years. It just has not been one of those venues that's been kind to them. But this year, winning 6-2 on the road. As you see, the captains are meeting with our officials now. So that was a big win for the team. And, you know, for Dartmouth, it made them 500 at the time. But for Durfee, it kept a streak going. They had won 4 in a row coming into that one. They ended up finishing after that one. They beat Seekonk and had a 6-game winning streak early in the year. They started 7-1. Since we last saw them against Attleboro, that was a 1-0 loss. Durfee has won 6 of their last 7, the only loss being to Somerset. They've won 5 straight. Aponequid, Mansfield, Case, New Bedford for the Big Three, and then 6-0 against BR on Monday. So they are on fire right now and looking to finish the season here with a win. This is the final regular season game. They have a scrimmage planned against North Attleboro next Tuesday in preparation for their inevitable playoff game. Durfee seeded 16th, and their margin of victory for 12 of the 13 wins they have has gotten them the 3 goals or better that they need, that minimum 3 goals. That means a lot in the power rankings. So today, whether they have that margin or not, the win is important. Because it should keep them in a good spot in the rankings. As we take a look at those right now. In D1, there are not many teams. There's only 43 D1 teams to begin with. So, you know, you're looking at the teams that are going to make it in at large. Right now, only one is definite. That's Lowell at 37. Methuen, with 17 games played, if they win their 18th, they'd be, you know, they'd win half. That's 9-9. Nobody else is going to be there. Or New Bedford could actually, no, wait a minute, 13. Yeah, New Bedford could as well. So there's only 2 or 3 teams, and that's, again, there's contingencies there. So Durfee should be in the upper half of the bracket, but again, a win today would mean a lot going forward for their positioning. It might actually move them up to 14 or 15. And again, that's important. Clock has started and we're underway here. 15-minute quarters. Dartmouth wearing their road green uniforms, Durfee in their home whites. As we play game number 18 for the Hilltoppers. You know, the playoffs have been kind of tough for the Hilltoppers the last couple seasons because they've run into some really, really good D1 teams. Wachusett Regional being one of them. That was 2 years ago. We went on the road for that game. They are the 10 seed at 6, 7, and 3, but their opponent rating is a 1.7989. So call it 1.8. We'll round it up. That's a very good opponent rating. That's one of the best in D1. Actually, looking across the entire D1 scope here, that is the best rating of all D1 teams. So that tells you that's where they're at. That's why, you know, despite being, you know, they're only number 10 because the margin of victory is down a bit, but the opponent rating is absolutely fantastic. Belmont was their opponent last year, 14-2 campaign so far. The opponent rating very kind of middle of the pack, but the average margin of victory very good. So, you know, it's interesting how it all kind of adds up to that rating number. It's not just about the wins and losses. So each year, starting to understand the power rankings more and more. There's a lot of calculations that go into it, but at the very least here, you know, it gives you an idea. You can kind of see, especially as we get down here to the nitty-gritty, you know, teams that have more than 10 losses, we're just wiping them off the page to begin with. So let's just say if things stood the way that they are, and only Lowell got in at large, so 32 would play, you know, 37 essentially for a play-in game, and then Durfee at 16 would end up having to travel because they'd be lower. So that's where we start looking at this and say, you want to move up another spot or two just in case there's, you know, a couple other at-large teams that get added. Because however many those are, from 33 down, you have to subtract 32, 31, 30, etc., so that you end up with matchups that can get you back to 32. That's how the play-ins work. So then the rest of the teams get seeded in as well. So we'll see what happens. But Durfee in a decent spot could be in a better spot, and that's the hope here, is that a 14-4 record's going to be a lot better than a 13-5. Bouncing ball kept in. Curran tried to take a shot, could not do so. Still down low in the zone. Kick save. Shot taken again is no good, and a whistle will stop play. And while we reset here, that one sent towards the circle. I'm gonna get a moment here to run down the starters for this evening. Still gonna be Durfee ball. Curran working through traffic. That one came up high, still loose in front. Zareev may have gotten a foot on it. It's gonna be a corner for the Hilltoppers, and we'll use this opportunity here. Starting 11 for the Indians. Number 1, Sydney Almeida. Captain number 4, Avery Smith. Number 5, Emma Silva. Number 6, Madeline Sedgwick. Number 7, Ariana Tu. Number 9, Abby Lancaster. Number 12, Brooke Santo. Number 15, Lily Robert. Number 23, Reese Alves Ford. Number 10, Rhea Mendez. And in goal, number 98, Abby Zareev, the lone senior on this team. Shot taken, fired. It's off the stick and out of bounds. Beth Arguin, the head coach for the Indians, back leading the team once again this year. It's good to see Beth before the game. She also is the softball coach, so haven't seen her since last spring. Always fun to talk to. We were joking before the game. She had a couple write-ins. I said, I don't know. It's either you or John Seed from New Bedford that coaches with the best penmanship here on the South Coast. We had a good laugh about that. Unfortunately, Coach without one of her best players today. her other captain, Kaylin Zuber, who is a junior this year, but really is a playmaker and has been. That is a bouncer, and it will go. Durfee scores first on senior night. And it was Elia Delisle. Lights coming on here at the stadium. So Zuber out today for coach, though, as we were saying about Dartmouth. She is out for today's game. They have one more game after today at Middleborough on Friday. That's their senior day out in Dartmouth. Delisle actually getting the assist there. It was Alina Emery with the goal for Durfee. Big swing all the way down the field it goes. Curran takes the shot, comes back towards her on the kick save. She'll redirect, trying to pass it off in the circle, and the Indians get it out for the moment. Now Cook sending it back. Backhand swing from Delisle, and that will go as well. It looks like it went in on its own as she's going to get it. So Elia Delisle will have this one. And she drops the ball to make it 2-0 there. The first goal at 5:18, and this second goal for Durfee at 6:28. Just about a minute there between the two. Durfee out to the quick start here. Their starters. Number 3, Bruna Lobo. Number 5, Captain Peyton Botello. Number 9, Samantha Aruda. Number 10, Captain Casey Curran. Number 13, Avery Mata. Number 14, also Captain Elia Delisle. Number 16, Avery Lane. Number 17, Alina Emery. Number 19, Anthony Sweat. Number 25, the 4th captain, Lily Cook. In goal, number 1, George Tompkins. And as I mentioned in the open, Coach Nicole Henrique having record-wise her best season as the head coach, has not hit the 13-win mark before, despite truly some fantastic seasons from her squad this year at 13-4. No ties, which is just so rare to see that. I don't think we've ever seen a year like that. Shot taken is going to sail to the right of the post and out of bounds. Lane with a good swing on that one. So, looking for a 14th win tonight. Of course, Coach Henrique would be the first one to tell you the accolades are nice, the records are nice, but without some playoff wins, you know, it means something in the overall scheme of things, but not as much as some playoff wins. And the one and dones in the tournament in the last couple years have really stung. So they are looking to make some noise in the tournament this year. That's for sure. You know, Cook is a captain, but she transferred here last year from ORR. She's been a great addition. The other 3 captains have been on varsity here, or they've been playing since 8th grade. Backhanded will roll out of bounds and into the soccer net. So they've had an impact, that's for sure. And that, you know, when you have a player that's, you know, as good of a goal scorer as Casey Curran, we'll use her as the example. That's where you're going to get these records that can get broken, like the all-time scoring record for career goals in field hockey. And now this year having just a monster senior year, tying the record that Kat Govin held, or actually still holds because they are tied, but needs one goal here in this last game of the regular season to break it. 36 goals through 17 games. That's not bad. That's a lot of goal scoring. That's minimum 2 per game. Broken up by the Hilltoppers defenders. Smith made a bid for a breakaway. Just couldn't get some distance and separation. That's a kick. Talking with Coach Arguin for the Indians, with all the seniors, she graduated, I want to say about a dozen seniors a year ago. You could consider this almost a rebuild in a sense. Most of the team is juniors this year, so that means they're going to be in a similar situation next year. But when you graduate that many players, it's hard to know where people are going to fit in certain roles and positions and whatnot in the field unless they've really turned heads during JV. And, Coach was telling me that she kind of felt that way coming in. I said, look, you got 9 wins. You're in the tournament once again. I said, you got 2 games left. You could get a 10th. I said, did they exceed expectations? And she happily said yes, because she just didn't know what she was going to have when the year started. But she said, there's been some games that haven't been too good. There's been some games that have been great. And you're kind of going to get that when you have such big turnover. We saw it with Durfee boys soccer here a few years ago, where Coach Mello practically graduated the entire team. I think the number was 18 seniors, if memory serves right. That's insane. So it comes in waves, and this is, that's part of sports. You never know what's going to be each season. And when you have the unknown like that, and you graduate so many players, you have to roll with it. And that's where the coaching aspect of it comes into play. And so Dartmouth will be in the tournament. They are the 19th seed in D2. So most likely we'll have a play-in at that ranking. Let's see here. Looking at the record. So actually, I take that back. I thought there were more. That was another division I was looking in. Not too many at-large bids. Let's see, under 500 here. Under 500. There's really only going to be maybe 2 or 3 at-large. So Dartmouth should actually get seeded as true top 32, but I don't know that they'd get a home game based on where they're at. They'd have to win today, being against D1 Durfee, and they'd have to beat Middleborough, I think, to get a little higher. But kind of in that unknown position at the moment. But yeah, not a lot of, it's interesting field hockey wise, not a lot of at-large teams, just getting in based on record. Most of the teams that are below 32 have well over 10 losses and did not do well this year. So not a lot of on the bubble teams, we'll say. Clouds rolling in again. Kind of a weird afternoon. It was pretty warm this afternoon. I think we hit 70 degrees. It's 67 now, but with 66 rather, with the sun going down and some wind here. It feels cooler than that, but it was definitely in the 70s earlier, and then the clouds came in, and we had a little sun pregame, and now the clouds rolling back again. But we'll take it. We've done some games with some pretty crummy weather this time of the year, and it's been a nice week so far. corner for the Hilltoppers as we're under a minute here in the first half. Loose in front, crossing pass, and it goes. And in the big celebration, Peyton Botello, number 5, with the goal for Durfee. It's their 3rd here in the first quarter. Kristen Govan just came up into the booth. Says, can I borrow your binoculars for a minute? And I think I may have just lost ownership. That's a great investment. Those things were only about 30 bucks, believe it or not. Yeah, they work fantastic. That goes out of bounds. Oh, what's happening here? The clock's not rolling. Why is it not rolling? We got 5 seconds. Yeah, we'll clear it out on our end here. 3, 2, and 1. The first quarter comes to a close. But Durfee hangs 3 on the Indians here in the opening 15 minutes. That goal from Botello coming at under a minute at around 14:20 of this first quarter. Quick break here on Fred TV. We will be back for quarter number 2 in just a moment.
Hi, my name is Stephanie MacArthur, Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As another school year begins, we as the city just want to remind everyone of some of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are designed for your safety. Please make sure to use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic before crossing the street. Drivers, use caution when entering a school zone. State law mandates a strict 20-mile-per-hour speed limit in all school zones. Parking within a crosswalk is strictly prohibited. By showing respect and patience, we can ensure that everyone arrives at their destination safely and on time. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions and/or concerns, please feel free to contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
Hilltoppers on your screen, huddling up here, the mandated 2.5-minute break in between quarters. Or a 2-minute break, rather, between quarters here. Whistle sounds mean we're just about ready to go. But Durfee with 3 different goal scorers in that first quarter, but not Casey Curran yet, so the milestone watch is still on. The record is still hanging there, a tie between her and Govan. First goal was Alina Emery with the assist going to Elia Delisle. About a minute later, Delisle got one of her own. And then here in the final minute of the first quarter, Peyton Botello getting one for the Hilltoppers. So 3-0 Durfee as we go into quarter number 2. And here we go. Stick comes loose there, and whistle sounds. Well, we talked about the power rankings a little bit there in the first quarter. Deep pass, not cleared out. Curran with it, carrying the stick. carrying the ball rather with backhand stick, and the whistle is called on her. So we talked about field hockey a bit. For boys soccer, Durfee is 28th at 7. Where am I? 7-3-4. Corner coming here. I take that back. The foul not against Curran. It was against Dartmouth. Girls soccer, the Hilltoppers not mathematically out of it with regards to record. You pass it off. Still in the circle now. Whistled dead again. Another corner coming up. Durfee not going to get seeded, but at large at 5-8-2. If they win their last 2 games, they will get in because they'll have the points. The ties helping them. So even at 7-8-2, the 1 point for the tie would give them enough points. So keep an eye on the Lady Hilltoppers. Volleyball, Durfee is out of it. They're below 500. Hot shot, bouncer. Still down low. And this will be against Durfee, so Dartmouth will have the reset. For girls volleyball, the Hilltoppers at 7-12. They finished the season on Friday with senior night, but with the 12 losses, unfortunately, they will not see tournament play this year. Diamond, though, at 9-7. We saw them beat D1 Arlington in the playoffs last year on the road. That was amazing. 9-7 for... That was because they had, for the power rankings, they won last night after the rankings came out, so they're 10-7. So they are insured to be above 500, and they have qualified for the tournament. They beat Southeastern Regional last night. They're playing tonight as well at home against Bristol County, Bristol Aggie, excuse me. So, did they see Bristol Aggie earlier? Yes, they did. They beat them in 5 sets towards the beginning of the game 2 of the year. So, if they win tonight, it'll be 11-7, and we'll wait to see where they will be matched up. Diamond boys soccer 5-5-6. So they should get in. They have 2 games left, but again, with all the points from the ties, I believe that should be enough. But a win would help. This is down low. Curran in traffic. They takes the shot, and it's going to go wide left. Diamond girls soccer, a very tough year. They have not won since September 16th. Amazingly, they beat New Bedford High, which is interesting because New Bedford's been pretty solid this year. 2-13-1. Tough year for the Diamond Bengals girls soccer team. But New Bedford's record was not, well, 2-12. Okay, I take that back. Goodness. There it is. Durfee's 4th goal. And Curran holds the record alone. 37 goals in a single season, a new Durfee record. So she's got both all-time career and now in a single season. This goal coming at 3 minutes, 58 seconds of the second quarter. So congrats to Casey. What an accomplishment. So a quick acknowledgement there. The team getting to huddle up with Casey and going to see her coaches and the rest of the team. But fantastic career here. Final regular season game in high school. It's 4-0. A lot more field hockey yet to go as well. Durfee under Nicole Henrique has never swept Dartmouth on the season, and putting up a lot of goals early here, putting themselves in position to do so. Passed back to Delisle, takes a shot from well beyond the circle. That's jarred loose by Botello. And she earns the free ball on the Almeida foul. Along the goal line, and I think it went out. Good swing there, getting it towards midfield. Well, next week, the playoffs starting. Big week here for fall. It's actually kind of a little early, the way the weeks have fallen this year. Thanksgiving is super late. It's the 28th of November. But some playoff games here. It seems like a little early. I feel like some of the games last year that we did were more in November. I mean, I could be wrong. It all starts to blend. Another shot taken, and that is a kick save from Zarev, and it'll be a corner for Durfee. Instead of just guessing, let's take a look at last October. We had that was October. Let's see, girls volleyball. Yeah, November 1st started the playoffs last year. I thought so. This seemed very early to me. Then again, Labor Day was September the 2nd. So again, everything kind of got moved up a bit. So needless to say, playoffs will start before November this year. Girls volleyball brackets come out Monday, so we'll see where Diamond is playing. Field hockey brackets come out Tuesday. We'll see where Durfee's playing. Again, we're hoping for a home game here. That would be fantastic. And then soccer brackets will be released on Friday. So girls volleyball can start on Wednesday. Field hockey can start on Thursday. These would be play-ins, the prelim rounds. And soccer can start on Sunday. But with the Sunday thing, the brackets coming out Friday, it is possible that a game could be played on Saturday the 2nd for soccer. That has happened before. They allow, there's like a window for each round. So we'll wait and see. I don't want to speculate too much, but at the very least, we have some dates that we can mark on the calendar and figure out some time frames for when these games may be played. But soccer can still play until, I think it was the 29th, it said. Let's see here. Cutoff date is the 30th. And there is, I think, Durfee boys or girls, one of the two, they have a game on the 29th. Let's see Durfee here. Get their schedule out again. Shot taken, it's out of play. Whistle sounds and a corner for Durfee. .320 to play and counting. Oh, it's off the stick and deflected out. Set back in play here by Mendez. Final 90 seconds here of the first half. Battle for the ball on the far side. Well, that should finish the first half up here. One last pass up the field, no good, and that is it. Well, Durfee leading 4-0 on their home field here on senior night, their regular season finale. Looking good are the hometown team here, 4-0. We'll take the break. 5-minute halftime break. We'll see you on the other side.
We have 100% participation, and this is the 12th year in a row that we've been able to do this in Fall River.
It gets them like in the right mindset for a positive day, and just like they see that we care about them and they care about us, and it sets us up for a lot of success.
Often I've walked with students when they do their walk to school, and with the walking school buses as well.
Yeah.
And there are family adults that walk with them, and I hear parents talking with their child all the way to school. And it's exercise. It allows the students to arrive to the school more attentive, more ready to learn. This is a proven fact. But you also have some quality time, that a family adult has the time to talk with a child without a cell phone in their hand, without a TV in front of them, without an iPad in front of them. They get a chance to just have a conversation.
So what's awesome about this community is they come to everything. So really just putting out Parent Square messages and letting them know that what the day is ahead of time. Even this morning, sending them a reminder, hey, it's our day. We got beautiful weather, come on out and join the walk. And they show up, it's awesome. We won the Attendance All-Star Award from the state, and we were actually #1 in the state. So we had hundreds of people show up for that. So that kicked the year off great. We have a brand new playground being built. The kids are excited. It shows them that we're here to stay, and I couldn't be prouder to lead them.
I'm Mike Labossiere, Watuppa Reservation Forester.
And I'm Paul Furlan, the Administrator of Community Utilities.
Protecting open space is a benefit today, and it's a gift to future generations.
For over 150 years, Fall River has been a leader in environmental preservation. The Southeastern Massachusetts Bioreserve ensures forests and fields remain undeveloped and accessible. The Community Preservation Act is a vital component to fulfill climate goals.
Since 2017, CPA funds totaling nearly $1.3 million have been used to acquire conservation areas in Fall River. Educational programs within the bioreserve connect families to nature and promote understanding and respect for diverse culture, history, and wildlife.
Half of Fall River, about 12,000 acres, an area the size of Mattapoisett, is protected water and woodland. Healthy forests minimize flooding, reduce erosion, and provide habitat for endangered species.
As the region expands manufacturing and technology, people are directly reliant on green infrastructure as an irreplaceable source of clean water and air.
Miles of trails wind through unique landscapes which appeal to hikers, cross-country skiers, and mountain bikers. Specific areas are open for safe seasonal hunting. The bioreserve promises endless discoveries and recreational experiences year-round.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are done with the halftime break here at Durfee High School. The Hilltoppers looking good at the moment. A 4-0 advantage over Dartmouth, which is such a great field hockey program here on the South Coast. One that, you know, this matchup has really turned into a pretty strong rivalry over the years. And Durfee controlling the fall 2024 rivalry. Broken up there by Ariana 2. As Durfee was moving up the field again. Of course, we've switched sides here at the half. Marching band out on the softball field up on the hill practicing tonight. The softball field is all lit up. Maybe actually, we can hear them down here. You may be able to hear them on the broadcast from our stadium mic. I know I've said it before, you know, looking out in that direction when we used to have, the high school used to be over there for so many years from this booth, having a building there, and especially when you have it lit up like this at night, it's pretty wild. Still very different to see wide open space on the south end of the campus. Down the field for Durfee, and that's broken up. Well, I mentioned in the open, been off for a week, and rarely do I ever have any time off or take any time off during the season, but kind of a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Rome. Got back yesterday. Went with a bunch of people from church as we witnessed canonization with Pope Francis, and went to St. Peter's, and we went to Assisi. We went all over Rome. So it was amazing. My first time there, so it was really a fantastic trip. So glad that I got to experience that and to go. But back here in Fall River here for the final week of the regular season and getting ready for playoffs, which I'm excited about as well. It's always a fun time of the year. Diamond football was here last Friday, and unfortunately they picked up their first loss of the year. They were 5-0, a tremendous season so far. We saw some good games here, the two that we covered, but last week losing to Old Colony here, a pretty decent margin of victory for Old Colony as well. Reset for Durfee here, free ball. Big send there. Stopped in the air by Mendez on the far side. Oh, that cuts by. Now a quick turnaround to get it to Mata, and she will send it. As Lobo gets it back, trying to work through traffic. It's taken away. Durfee wanted a whistle on that, didn't get it. Everybody just kind of standing still. So the Hilltoppers, Mata, good heads up on her to keep it in play and to keep moving. Now Delisle getting towards the edge of the circle. Back out to Mata. Wind picking up a little bit here again at the stadium, blowing in from the south. Stopped at midfield. Lancaster keeping it moving for Dartmouth, and she will take the swing here. Indians still looking for their first goal. On the ground. And a nice save there from Tompkins. Got some help from the defense as well. Kept up by Brooke Santo. Now Durfee taking it back. Delisle stepping in front of it there was two. But the whistle called on her. So Durfee will restart from there. Delisle right at midfield. Good swing. Curran reaching in, and the whistle blows. Tompkins watches that one roll out of play. Curran got that back to Emery. Delisle will get it started. A lot of top spin on that. That rolled a while down near the corner. Corner of the goal there. That was close to the post. Kept in though. Durfee will reset. Goes to Lobo. Lobo fighting for it. Whistle sounds, and Dartmouth will have it. 5 minutes to go in the third. Nice job there, the Durfee defense coming up with a takeaway. And Dartmouth with some numbers now as they get down, and that one out of play, just to the right of the post. Mata tripped up as that ball went out of bounds, and she'll get to reset. Delisle now looking for space. Defended well there. It's a good pass down low. It'll go out of bounds. Emma Silva guarding her closely as well. And Durfee will have the corner. Whistle sounds while in the circle. Wow, that was almost taken away. Now a shot comes in hot, and it's good! Curran with number 2. Five nothing Durfee with 1:45 to play in the third. That just went out in time. Durfee didn't want to touch it, but Dartmouth got down there. Almost made a play on it. Silva. That's going to go all the way out of bounds. Giving chase there was Mendez. Goes out off of Durfee, though, so. Another chance for Durfee. Gets by the defender, and Not strong enough on the swing there. Great chance for Emery to get her second, though. Third quarter comes to a close. Durfee adding one here late in the third to make it 5-0. We'll take a quick break here and reset for the fourth, the final 15 minutes from Durfee.
The school administration building at 417 Rock Street was built over 100 years ago by craftsmen from around the globe.
And Mr. and Mrs. William Brayton, mill owners, raised their 9 children in this statement home.
Decades later, the property became too costly for a single family and was gifted to the Fall River School District. Architects reconfigured the 22 rooms to accommodate administrative staff.
By 2018, this historic structure was compromised, eliciting mold and water damage. Once dubbed the last big house on the hill, this extraordinary piece of architecture was in poor condition.
Care was shown to restore artistic elements, including the circular railing and banister, chair rails, crown molding, antique and oak flooring. And the building is now handicap accessible.
Roof work was the primary concern for the Brayton house. This new pitch surface directs water to a modernized drainage system.
10 years ago, Fall River residents voted to adopt the Community Preservation Act, which allows for a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills to incentivize history, travel, diversity, and recreation. CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, everybody, to Mac Aldridge Field. Evan Massoud with you as we wrap up the regular season in terms of broadcasts here on Fred TV. Playoffs just around the corner. And this team you see right here will be in and hoping for a home game. 5-0 lead through 3 quarters. A record-breaking night once again for Casey Curran. She's got 2 records now that she owns here as a 5-year player. Her final regular season game of her high school career. All-time scorer for a career, and now most goals by a single player in a single season. She's got 2 tonight. The record was 36. She was tied coming in, so we're 38 now. Hilltoppers will start for the 4th. And here we go. Final quarter of the night and final quarter of the season. Durfee looking like they will improve to 14-4 and get that 14th win. Lily Robert sending that one back in play. Delisle working the sideline. Bouncing it off of her opponent there, two, who was guarding her. That goes out of play. It was not reachable. That's a big swing there, but broken up quickly by Botello. Foul called. Emery wanted it, but unfortunately, you heard the sticks. That one passed up the field to Anne Changhua. Has it broken up by Alves Ford. Lily Cook. Soft backhand pass to Delisle. Has some traffic to get through. She does get through the first pair. Gets kind of through the second pair. Can she get a shot off? Still has control. The whistle sounds. She got into the circle, and they'll earn the corner. She had just taken a step forward, and it was just enough. That was Curran this time putting the ball in play, not Mata. Shot taken, good kick save, comes right back to the top of the circle and exits. As Smith trying to clear it. So the face masks can be discarded. That's something new this year. Added protection for the defenders. You know, as they're guarding the net and waiting to absorb a shot. And another one coming up, so they'll have to put them back on. And Curran will go back to put it in play. As we come up on 10 minutes, there was a brief pause by the officials, so we're just resetting here to exactly 10, so we're in line with the scoreboard here in the stadium. Cook on the ground there, backhand pass. Jasmine DeSoto sending that one back toward midfield. Cook trying to break that up, could not do so. Indians coming down the field. Decent speed in front, and that will go. Dartmouth on the board. It's their first goal. And coming out with it is Avery Smith. And it's 5-1. That's pass in a good spot. Durfee looking to answer. And the foul called. We'll stop play. It's another corner for the Hilltoppers. Mata going back now. Changhua, the ball comes loose. She took a good swing at it. Comes back again. Second chance is good. And looks like it was Lily Cook. She went to get the ball. So for Durfee, that would be now their 5th different score tonight. And it's 6-1. Dartmouth getting it back down this end very quickly. Lancaster on the far side. The foul against Botello. Corner coming for the Indians. It'll be Smith. Pass in front, shot taken, and Tompkins with a save. Third chance, whistled dead. It will not count. As the Indians get the bad news, but that whistle coming just before it was hit. The foul happening down low. Big swing clears it out. It will go out of play, but nonetheless well up the field. And it's 2. Gives chase. Final 5 minutes from Durfee. The Hilltoppers closing in on a 14th win. Durfee will have an extended break here before their next game. Mentioned earlier they have a scrimmage planned for next Tuesday. That's on the schedule, but no actual, games that count. This is it. Dartmouth, they do have one more on the schedule, which is Friday at 5, their senior night. They'll host Middleborough. And then they'll play the waiting game as well. Another corner here for the Hilltoppers. Shungwoo taking the shot. And that'll go out. Silva getting us going again from the boundary line. Delisle broken up. 90 seconds to play. Cook gets by one. Sweat breaking that one up. Down towards the goal line and out of play. Bailey Bergeron. That one taken away from Curran with less than 30. Well, we talked about margin of victory being important, talked about a win being important. Durfee got more than 3 tonight, so that's great. They beat Dartmouth 6-2 the first time. They beat him 6-1 the second time. And that's game. The Hilltoppers sweep the Indians for the first time under head coach Nicole Henrique, and they pick up their 14th win, a 14-4 regular season, their best record under coach as well. What a season for this team. So now all eyes go to the playoffs, which will begin next week. Be sure to like and follow us, folks, if you have not done so yet on our Facebook page, Fred TV Sports, where we live stream everything We will be keeping you updated as tournament pairings are announced, as we always do. You can also go over to our YouTube channel and click that subscribe button for us so you don't miss any of our uploads. Give us a few more subscribers for our channel. It's been a great regular season. We've really seen, as I said at the beginning, some good moments. Field hockey, especially Curran breaking another record tonight, standing alone, and she will lead her team right behind the goalie, as that's accustomed. She and her captains first to shake hands following the goaltenders. 6-1 final here. Durfee beating Dartmouth in their regular season finale. For Steve Rice up on our roof tonight, getting our shots, I'm Evan Massoud. We'll see you for the playoffs. Enjoy the rest of your week.